right. Okay, so we're going to go into our work session here for Crest Lincoln Mercury 175 and 185 Amity Road. Application for site renovations to building and property.
Good evening.
How are you doing?
Doing well. I'm Jay Alpert, architect for this project, and with me is the owner, Dick Fitzpatrick. Basically, we've been here before for almost the same thing. Actually, this is should be a little easier go around. We're going to really have to stop meeting like this, I think. The first couple of times it was for Jaguar, but they decided to move to North Haven.
Oh, right. I saw that.
In any event,
It's too bad.
we're still redoing the building, but it's a smaller addition in terms of footprint. We're only adding about just under 160 square feet, plus a couple of overhanging canopies. But the whole building will, the whole front part of the building, not the service bay, but the whole front part that was Lincoln Jaguar will be refurbished. And the exterior will get a new face. So you have drawings. Dick brought this rendering. It may help you realize what you're looking at. To the extent that it's helpful, I can put it on an easel. But basically, it's the same round thing. We're adding a porte-cochere over here with a pop-out entry, and then there's a little bump on the side where we've extended this out. Nothing encroaches.
So where am I? Is that the front view?
This is from Amity Road, yes.
So the thing in the back there where the car is, where is that on the drawing?
Here?
Yeah, where is that? That building behind you, that building?
Oh, that's the two-story office building.
Oh, that's existing.
That exists.
Oh, I see. So that's why it's, oh, wait a minute.
Yeah, and that will get a new rain screen that wraps around that, covers all that brickwork as well. So
I know how to read drawings.
I think the drawings are pretty much self-explanatory. Yeah, we're not encroaching on the side yards. If you look at how we stack up against the bulk regs, it's still modest compared to what's allowed. We've got way more parking than we need, but that's good for a dealership. And I'm here to answer any questions you might have.
Yeah. Could you point to something on the drawing over here, please? Because I'm not actually, and I know how to read drawings, so I'm lost here. I mean, if this is the porte-cochere, I see it. So that the two-story building off to the right, where is that? Or am I?
This is existing.
Yeah.
That's the existing. We're adding this little roof over.
Okay, so that's why. Sorry about that.
Floor plan. You were looking at this
Right.
exists. What I was talking about, we've added a little vestibule here,
Okay.
and this is what I'm
Okay.
calling the porte-cochere.
Oh, okay,
Just
fine.
a big overhang here.
Okay, I'm sorry. Okay, perfect.
Okay?
All right, thank you.
And that's the Victor.
Okay, well, now it makes more sense. I'm sorry, Jay.
Yeah, right is existing.
Right.
Because it's not Jaguar service anyway.
Right.
Yeah, that's the thing that we did.
Yeah, all right.
It's all just-
So it's the thing on the left there. Okay, fine, I'm sorry.
Is the existing or former Jaguar showroom that's just being removed? Whether
No,
it's to the right of this,
No,
to the right of the service bed?
Portion over here,
Yeah.
which was Jaguar, will be the CPO division of Lincoln. We own
certified.
Yeah, so the Jaguar showroom, Andy, remains the way it is. And we're going to sell Highline used cars from there.
Can you tell us about the new display platform?
I can.
I'm wondering, what does that mean? It's a platform, how high off the ground is it?
18 inches, actually. I have a better drawing, which you don't have. Which would be a larger scale version. So this is just a concrete ramp up, cars only, be some landscaping around it, sidewalk on the dealer side, customer parking, dealer parking. And basically, it's just to feature cars. This will be 18 inches above, straight down here, landscaping.
So that's open, right? It's not enclosed with glass.
Oh, no, there's no cover on it.
You got a line, you
Just-
can see the cars.
Yeah, so all the cars that stop at this light will be.
We'll see them. Sure.
Is there, there's no sidewalk there, is there?
On Amity Road?
Yeah,
No. No, but there is landscape.
right.
And how high up does this thing
It's 18 inches.
go? It's 18 inches at this end?
Whole thing.
Or the whole thing is 18?
Come up
Around 18.
Oh.
18 inches, so it's a level platform. 18 inches above.
Oh. Why? I mean, I kind of know why, but I'm asking why anyway. Yeah, you're like between a rock and a hard place with this because, of course, we want to shield cars and you sell cars. So,
Well, but this is,
yeah, no, I get it.
instead of looking at a sea
Yeah, I
of
agree.
cars,
Yeah.
you'll see 5 individual cars.
And so what's gonna happen to the trees that are already present there? They're gonna remain, correct?
This thing,
No, none of the trees that are there are being removed.
we're not touching any of that. Then there's existing lighting.
And all these the trees that are on the corner, those are all staying?
All the existing landscaping stays. We are adding landscaping.
Right, where there's F,
Sounds like they're gonna redo the sign. You're gonna redo the
Right,
sign on the
right.
water. The corner there. you're
The
redoing
pylon sign.
This one right here.
Yeah, that sign. And there's a sign,
Where's the Jaguar sign now? Is that staying or going? Or it might be
No
gone, it might be
Jaguar
gone
sign
already.
now.
It's already gone.
it's gone, and actually the crest sign, the big prominent crest that you see, will be removed. Hasn't been yet. As you can see, there's no sign up here. Instead of that, they hang individual letters spelling out Lincoln from the existing eyebrow
right, you can see it on the left.
on the elevation sheet A3.
Yeah, you can see it here. Surface there, yeah.
So there was a big.
Sorry. Is that drawing that you were just showing us, is that 1.2?
1.2, correct. It's just a blow up.
I understand. How crucial is that?
Well, I think it enhances what Lincoln is trying to do. This is the Lincoln prototype. They call it the vitrine, which is a rectangular glass box. And all the new dealers from ground
No,
up.
I mean, how crucial is the platform?
I'd like to think of it as an added embellishment, that it reinforces the vitrine concept, which is rectangular, as opposed to the circular dome that exists. And I think it's quite crucial in terms of defining the activity here, instead of a humongous lot of 400 cars that you're looking at. You're going to see 5.
I agree with all that. I'm just concerned about this thing being a little imposing on Amity Road. Because it basically puts the cars up here.
No.
18.
They're 18 inches, and then you have the height of the car.
That's correct, but you have cars there already.
Yeah,
So
but-
it's 18 inches above what's there. And there's landscaping in front.
Well, I'm thinking, is that the only place on the lot that you can put them? I mean, I'm thinking that the landscape's gonna be thinned out, because obviously you wanna be able to see the cars, so it's not gonna be like a screening. I mean, which you shouldn't be, because you
No,
want
the
to see cars.
landscaping will be there.
It sounds like it'll just hide the platform.
The landscaping
Right
will
outside the
hide, you won't be, it'll be, the platform will be at the top of the landscaping instead of mushed into it.
I think you got a fence there now, isn't there a wooden fence or something? No, is there a fence at all?
Yeah, there is,
There's a fence.
we're removing that.
Yeah, oh, okay.
That was reflective of when you could steal cars. You
Right.
can't, you can't do that anymore.
Oh, okay.
Well, that's good to know.
Thank God.
Yeah.
But in answer to your question, if I might add, in answer to your question, how important is it? I think Jay came up with a great opportunity for us to enhance our market by doing that. I'm hopeful that would be approved. I think it's a great addition to what we're doing here. So,
What kind of lighting is on that, on those vehicles during the day and at night and so forth?
There's existing pole lights, I think they're like
we have existing pole lights. What
30 or
we'd
40.
like to do is have some indirect
Underneath?
lighting play on the vehicles from the Amity Road side.
Where the platform is proposed is where there's actually the least number of trees.
No, we don't really, how can you tell? It doesn't really.
Google Earth. Google Earth. It's a pretty recent photo.
Yeah, he's talking about marketing, and I can understand why he'd want it there, because the light's right there at the corner. People are parked, you know, when they're waiting there at the red light or something. That would show the cars. I mean, I get his point of view here, what they're trying to do.
Right.
Um,
But it truly is the one area
Oh, yeah,
that where there's the fewest trees.
yeah,
So no trees will have to be taken down to put the platform in that
Right.
area.
Well, I'm not suggesting it's not a good idea. I'm just suggesting that
Mhm.
this is the gateway to our town,
yeah.
and
At the same time, you may be seeing less cars than you do now. Remember, right now you're seeing just 2 rows of cars here.
but they're behind the bushes. Well, there.
Yeah, but sometimes they're doubled up. I agree with you there. You know, now you're seeing 5 cars, and they're gonna be probably new cars that he's putting out there, or whatever's up there to display, so. I mean, it isn't, I don't think it's gonna be like a used car lot, you know, like
Well, right now, there are double parked cars right on the corner there. These would, I would think, obscure half
Exactly,
of those cars.
Yep.
exactly.
Yeah, they would.
And there's actually less cars. I'm whispering so he doesn't hear. I've taken some cars out because he had a double row of cars here. Now there's just a single row.
What's gonna happen to the old Jaguar showroom? That's gonna be a showroom for high-end used cars, you said?
Yes,
So that'll be refurbished.
also refurbished.
Well, it's a pretty nice showroom, yeah.
That's the piece on here that says vacant auto showroom. Is
Yeah.
that the Jaguar one?
No.
No.
No, that's the old Dodge.
Oh, I see.
I remember Nissan.
it's over there.
Was it Dodge?
Yeah,
Suzuki.
It was Dodge. Okay.
Yes.
It's got a good memory though.
Turbo Motors.
So what's gonna happen to that vacant auto showroom?
well, we're talking to the brewery. And.
Good idea.
They would like to stay. They need a lot more parking space. It's absolutely, as you've probably seen it, an unbelievable business.
Yeah, well, it's good
They-
beer.
They can't supply.
Good.
They just squeezed in a couple more brewing kettles over the weekend. So the Paratis own the property now. We're in the process of, we have a contract to buy the property. And we're just doing the phase 2 now in terms of environmental. But all of that open lot behind the brewery building going out to Katz's,
The old DeAndreas.
they would like to lease or buy a good portion of that. And they would like us to either lease or sell some of the property, perhaps to include that building, that empty showroom building. Ultimately, we'll take it down. And I think it'll just be parking. So. But that's in the works. There's nothing definitive yet. There's a lot of things that have to come to play. But they would like to stay in Woodbridge. They have looked at other properties, and it all depends upon the amount of parking they can get.
Wow. I hope they stay in Woodbridge.
I hope they stay, but it'd be a shame to have all of that be parking.
Well, I'm sure you,
It'd be one huge parking lot.
but you can require them to put a few trees and
Yeah,
landscape
exactly.
it.
I mean, that's, you can put there's such a thing as putting trees in
Beer
parking lots.
garden.
Well, the one next to People's worked pretty well, making that a nicer spot. But the one across from, what's his name, Perkins, didn't work so well.
No.
To have planting be
Yeah.
added to make it more attractive.
There are plantings that are just very, very small.
Well, and then didn't follow the site plan. Whatever. All right. Okay, any other questions? So you'd be amenable to guaranteeing that you're keeping the vegetation there and everything as part of the,
Absolutely.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I kind of thought so, but.
No, the idea, if you notice,
I mean, I like everything about it except it's the gateway to the city, the town.
we feel that way too. And, but if you look at this part
Yeah,
here, we've taken away the cars that were up against the
Yeah,
building.
right,
And we've
right.
made this a nice.
No, it's gonna
pretty
look a
space.
lot better.
Yeah.
I think I have
Yeah.
a question about that.
I'd just be interested in seeing part two.
And this is gonna start when? Construction here?
The idea is to try to start May, June, finish before the year's out.
And in terms of the greenery, absolutely agree with you. And we're very conscious of that, and we will be conscious of that.
Thank you.
And I'm not overly concerned because you guys do a good job on that property as far as vegetation, so I just want to make sure it doesn't suddenly disappear. All right, cool. Any other questions? Thank you very much, gentlemen.
Did you sign?
Is 465 Amity Road here?
It's just being submitted to you, that has to go for a public hearing, so I told them not to be here, because you can't discuss it until the hearing
So
anyway.
we want to set it up for next month?
Next month, month after, whatever, next month or the month after, whatever you choose, as long as we start it within 65 days, we're fine.
Do we have anything else pressing next month? Put it on next month. Okay, is there a motion on the application we just
I
had?
move to approve the application, the condition that the vegetation be removed.
Second.
Existing vegetation.
Questions? All those in favor say aye. Aye. Opposed? All right.
Night.
Okay, so, up to the zoning regulations, so we, last meeting, we got to the end. Chris has been, typing them up. Chris, the ones that you, and not the ones on the full sheet, but the other ones were like really easy for us to review because we all remember what we were putting in as
I
a,
can switch it back to 2 columns.
yeah, so for that, yeah.
Yeah, I'll do that and send it back out to you. That
Because
works.
it's the other one, otherwise it's like looking at a new document,
Okay,
so
I'll
thank
just
you.
switch it back, not a problem.
And so I'm thinking that I hate to tell you we need a special meeting, but I'm thinking that we should do a special meeting. So our next meeting is in May.
It's a Tuesday, yeah.
Right, it's Tuesday, the 7th,
Seventh, right.
instead of the 6th. But I'm thinking that everybody should at least look at the revised. So I was going to rope Kathleen and Alan into reviewing it for grammar stuff.
He's promised us a bonus for the month.
Yeah. I mean, I'll triple that check.
Is that, I was gonna say double. or
Double
triple?
pay. So, so the special meeting is really for everyone to have looked at it, and then we can vote on it on the May meeting.
So your intention are to put it to a vote a month from the regular meeting, right? First part.
Month from today,
Month from today.
or
At
this
the next
one- this
Next
meeting,
one.
yeah.
Okay.
Yeah, what's the alternative? Do you have another idea?
I don't until I see the finished product, but I understand where you're going.
Okay, good. All right. So, so that means if we can maybe set something up the week of the 22nd.
So you want me to send out a thing and check to see who's available? When?
Wasn't me.
When?
Yeah, I mean,
20 seconds is fine.
what'd you say?
No, I'm just
Oh.
thinking, it's fine.
I mean, I suppose, well, that would give a week if people show up there that week, and that gives us a week to make any adjustments so that we can vote on it and cross this off our list.
I did pick up one small thing when I was going through one of the tables where it referenced, what was it? We deleted the use of the second front yard setback, and so in one of the tables, it's with signs, where there could be a directory sign, and it references to Class A roads and whatnot, so we may need to juggle the wording in that one. But, it's the only
Okay.
thing I've
So things like that, if we can pick up, so then we'll have a week and then a week to get it in and then finish it.
Finally finish it.
Whatever. All right.
So I'll poll for the week of the 22nd to see who can come. Kathleen and Alan, I need to know exactly when they can or can't come, if they're gonna be.
That week is fine for me.
That one's fine for you, and you'll check your
I
calendar.
have no problems at all.
Monday's challenging. I have something Tuesday, but I can move it.
No, we want to get the stuff to them.
No, I know.
Me and that before, way before that.
Oh, yeah, I
Oh,
know.
yeah,
Yeah, no, I
Okay.
know.
Yeah.
But I want, never mind.
Yeah, no, I hear you. I finally got it. I
I'm-
suddenly got
I'm-
nervous there. I was like, no.
No.
Okay. Okay.
Trying to move it.
All right. Do we want to do approval of these minutes?
I haven't given you all of them.
Oh,
because-
good. I feel better.
Yeah, so let's just deal with that in May, and then
Okay.
I'll have them all
I
out to
was
you.
looking at saying, well, maybe I didn't read them.
No.
So how many of those minutes have actually been written up, though?
All of them except one.
So can you share them like electronically?
Yeah, I can
And then-
email them to you, sure.
Yeah.
I'll read
Because I don't
them.
remember where they are anymore.
I
Yeah,
remember
no,
where
I'll-
they
I'll
are,
send
but-
them to
But
you.
it's easier electronically and saves
Oh, no,
paper.
they're all,
I agree.
they're all done.
Okay.
And I'm working on, I'm almost done with the last 2 pages of section 5. 6 is easy, and then they'll be all pretty much out to you
Okay.
and whatnot.
Thank you.
So sometimes I'm reading my notes and I'm going, what did I need?
Yeah,
It's
right.
okay. So I have to do the table for 4, because that one's a little bit more moving stuff here and there, but it's working.
Thanks.
And then, there was one other thing that I found, the section where we did the use, it's our current section 5, where it talks about non-conforming uses. It ended up being in 4, and then we also had it in 5. So I'm gonna leave it in both, and then that way you can see which place you think it fits best.
Okay.
Because when I was going through, because I thought that we'd had it earlier in the regs, but then I found where it was. So I'm just going to leave it in both, but then if you.
And just point it out.
And just point it out, and then you can decide where you think it's more appropriate to fit.
All right. So does everybody want to hang out tonight, or do you want to make a motion to
I was
adjourn?
planning on staying till 9:30. I don't know about you guys.
I make a motion to adjourn.
I second.
Larry, you can't make the motion to adjourn. You weren't at the last several meetings. I'm sorry.
You're right.
All those in favor say aye.
Aye.
All right, great.
I didn't know you noticed.
Oh, no, that's all we talk about.